Okay, here's a chart of Monero for symbol is XMR. First to the US dollar. So let's do some count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can do this, but I think I'll move 1 over here. This will be basically 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? It looks better on the form and fit. Would it be correct if I did 1 and 2 here? Absolutely. It wouldn't violate any of the Elliott wave rules. But because of the form and fit, I'm going to put it here. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subwaves of 1. Okay? And what happens after 5-wave Elliott wave impulse motive? After every 5 waves, there is a 3-wave retracement, a requisite requirement of Elliott waves. So we can say A, B, C, like so. So these 5 impulse waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, represent subwaves of wave 1 of a higher degree. This is wave 2 of a higher degree. So if this ABC represents the higher degree wave 2, then the third wave is next. And if the third wave is next, it means higher highs are ahead. Same thing with 5. So the projection that I'm making on a longer term scale for XMR USD on a daily basis will be 340. By sometime Q1, Q2 of 2018. But the remainder of 2017 will most likely be composed of wave 3. And this wave 3 itself will have 5 waves. Five subwaves to make up wave 3. And I know there will be cynics out there who will say, once this has reached wave 1, and then we see a 2 retracement of 50% of 1, or 0.618% or 70, whatever the percent of retracement might be based on Fibonacci, there will be cynics out there saying, oh, hedging, you're wrong. Yeah, you're going to be proven wrong. It always happens that way. I have seen that in equities, that kind of reaction. And I won't see the cynics going away this time around either. Which is why I almost never really pay attention to anybody else, any other counters. I very infrequently discuss projections or analysis with other technicians because I don't want to be influenced by what they, whether they be their cynicism or myopic bullishness or bearishness. I want to do my own count. I am accountable to my own count. My skin is in the game. There is a tendency for human beings to want to blame somebody. The desire to blame someone alleviates the pain, emotional pain, that results because of the fear and greed emotions. And if one is negatively impacted on a position through a loss, the immediate gratification to that pain is to find someone as an object of blame. And what more perfect is that object in a technical analysis than someone else you followed and paid attention to, and they were wrong. So again, similar to the laddering technique I use, I try very hard not to really listen or follow anyone else's technical analysis. I just make my own and learn from my own mistakes. But this here is a long-term projection for XMR. So let's take a little more here. Oops. So the jaws of wealth, not as many touch points as the other ones I've seen, but what you're seeing is still the effect of all the same market phenomena. When sentiment across the board is the same or very similar, then you're going to see very similar patterns coming out. Now here's now XMR BTC. Same coin, but to the reference of Bitcoin. Let's draw some lines. Instead of a jaws of wealth, I am going to call this the channel of wealth. My kids laugh at me on how I generate my titles and names for these, but do I care? Nope. Why do I call it the channel of wealth? I I believe this will touch here, possibly. And touch back. Or it could breach it. I don't know what's going to happen. But remember all the same market. If sentiment is ebullient across the board, this could be possible too. But look how ebullient it was here. It didn't pierce it. Same thing here. Thing to watch out for is this possibility. For those holding, this will be painful. But the end point is about the same, just a gap in time. That should do it for XMR.